Hey everyone, it's me, Diva LaVida. It's Scantily Clad in the kitchen. Today I'm a cat for no reason. Feeling kind of cozy, wanting some comfort food, so hey, let's make some cupcakes! Yeah! Oh, they're gonna be so good. Let us turn to page 126 in Vegan Cupcakes Take Over the World. Today we're making the pumpkin chocolate chip cupcakes with cinnamon icing. Perfect for the autumn. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we gotta preset the oven to 350 degrees. Pow. Just that easy. Oh, there's more preparation, because these are cupcakes, right? So you gotta get your cupcake tin. For the easy cleanup, you wanna get the baking cups. Really helps out down the line. Pop those in. This is great if you have a friend or a small child with you. I love doing this stuff. I say that as someone who used to be a small child myself. This was my favorite part of making cupcakes. I mean, then also getting to eat cupcakes. Obviously. Let's do it. Yeah. I'll take this off so I can see you. Okay, so we're starting with canned pumpkin. Maybe try to get a smaller one than this, but this is what the store had available, so this is what we're using. What am I going to do with the rest of the pumpkin? I don't know. If anybody out there has any ideas on what else to do with the remainder of this pumpkin, I might just have to make more cupcakes, which would be fine. I could live with that. It's the gooey goodness right there. How much do we need? 1 cup of that. Nothing says autumn times like canned pumpkin. I don't know that I've ever made a baked good, a pumpkin pie, or a pumpkin cupcake, any sort of pumpkin thing that wasn't a canned pumpkin. I do not know if you could do this with fresh pumpkin. I would not recommend it. This is about convenience. Okay, here we go. 1 cup. Easy peasy. Boop. Directly. Oh, sorry about that scraping noise. I know that's less than pleasant, but I want all that pumpkin goodness in my bowl. Yeah. Now we're gonna put in our oil. 1/3 cup. Boop 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 boop. Easy peasy. That goes in here too. Ooh, it's goopy. It's gonna be delicious eventually. Now we need our sugar. It's just a cup of granulated sugar. Can I use the same measuring cup? I think I can. Let's see how we do. Oh yeah, I'm fine with this. That's a lot of sugar. That's way more sugar than I thought it was. Oh man, I hope we have enough. Just barely. Just want to smooth it all the way out and around to make sure that's actually a cup. There's so little left in this bag, but such is life. 1 cup of sugar. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I'm gonna make that scrapey noise again. Sorry, friends. Because there's a bunch just stuck to that old pumpkin stuff. But I want it. I want it all. Now we're going to put in our soy milk. 1/4 cup. Here we go. Oh, very nice. There it is. Just a little dib dab. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Whoops-a-doo. All right. Usually I have a buddy in the kitchen with me helping me with all this stuff. Significantly harder when I'm by myself, but it's fine. Wah! Pour with confidence. There we go. 1 teaspoon. And not gonna lie, a little bit extra. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've had many guests tell me that baking is a real science. You gotta really follow those measurements hard. Clearly, I'm not. There, everything's. They say a clean home is the sign of a misspent life. So, well, take that however you want. Oh, I got it on the cookbook too. That's how you know that a recipe is good. If when you open it, the book, it's got little bits of stuff on it. Like, yeah, that's a well-used cookbook there. We should stir it. Should give it a stir. Got my trusty spoon. Come and take a look at this. Just trying to get everything combined in there. I can hear and feel those sugar granules. I want to make sure they're all mixed about. So now we've got to get our dry ingredients to go in with our wet ingredients. So for this, we've got our sifter. I'm just going to set that, balance that precariously there on this bowl. And what goes in first? We're going to start with our flour. Whoa. I feel like flour is one of those ingredients that without fail it's going to get everywhere. Is it the glitter of the baking world? Bet no one's made that joke before. Maybe I've made that joke on this show before. Honestly, don't remember. What is time? That came out of nowhere. All right. Get in there. Now I feel like it is pretty important to be as spot on as possible with the flour. I don't remember why. Let me get my trusty knife. And I'm gonna make a mess. I just run it across the top to sort of smoosh it in to the cup. And then you just want to clean off the top. Can I put this in a bowl of some kind? It's too late. I've already made a mess. I got this. Trying to decrease the mess amount a little bit, if possible. Whoop. There. Okay. So this is just going to go directly into the sifter. If some of it goes through, that's fine. I'm not going to scrape out those bits. Quarter cup. Aha! Now I'm working with the old noggin. Whoa. Yeah, the bowl was a good call. I'm making another mess. And just tap off the excess. Also into the sifter. I'm not going to sift it yet because I have more dry ingredients that will also need to go in with this. We're also going to put in our baking powder, just a half teaspoon. Which is not one of the, is it the one that fell on the floor? Yep, oh well. So let's use the quarter teaspoon twice. One of those, and two of those, gives us a half. And then we also want, a half teaspoon of baking soda, how convenient. There's probably a better way to do this. So that's a quarter teaspoon, yep. And then I'll just do a second of those to get us to a half teaspoon. Boop. I want a half teaspoon of cinnamon. That's one of those, but I need two of those. Boom. Just a quarter teaspoon of salt, how convenient. Excellent, and then you just throw a pinch over the shoulder. And now we can sift this all together. This is another fond memory that I have from a child times, is getting to sift things. And look at that, it's kind of magical what's happening in the bowl there, as it all just floats down. The sifting puts air in and helps combine the ingredients, I think. At least that's what I've been told. keep at it. Keep tip-to-tapping. Here's a fun fact that I'm not sure is true. You're supposed to do the salt over your left shoulder using your right hand, because that's what blinds the devil. It's a thing I read on the internet. So you're gonna have a little bit left over, and just smush them through. Boop boop. And then if necessary, turn it over. Live your best life, it's all fun. Okay, so now we're gonna stir this together with a fork. According to the authors of this here cookbook, you do not want to use a handheld mixer. You've got to get in there with a fork and do this by hand until it's well combined. Whoa, check it out. Got our wet and dry coming together. Might need a bigger fork. It smells of pumpkin and the autumn. These are a great cupcake to bring to a potluck situation. They've been a real hit when I've brought them to parties in the past, assuming we ever get to go to parties again. So you don't want to overwork your dough, because otherwise it'll make the cupcake too tough. So you just want to keep it going until everything is clearly combined together. And then you can stop. So then we have to put in our chocolate chips. So I've got my trusty half cup here ready to go. Just nuzzle that in there. Half cup of chocolate chips. I've chosen to go with a standard size chocolate chip, but if you want to do a mini chocolate chip, that's up to you. Oh no, some of them fell out. They're good. Those are a good batch. So those are just going to go into our batter. And then we're just going to fold those in. Again, don't want to overwork the dough, but you want to make sure that there's a little bit of chip in each area, because I want every cupcake to have some chocolate chips in it. And while part of me is thinking that's not enough chocolate chips, another part of me is like, I've made this recipe before. I know that's enough chocolate chips. Oh, now we're ready to fill our cupcakes. So we're just gonna put this in there. What's the best spoon to do that with? I don't know. We'll try this one first and see how it goes. Alright, this is, oh man, I can tell already. This is gonna be messy. I'm gonna start with 1 spoonful per cup, and then we'll figure it out from there. Alright, it's time to live dangerously, LaVida. Just put the batter in the cupcakes. It's not that big a deal. Again, trying to get some chocolate chips in each one. I mean, you just do the best you can, right? I suppose if you had a different kind of pan, you could make a different size of cake. Oh, the oven's ready! Ah. Well, the oven will be fine if it just chills out. No, don't chill out. Continue to be warm, oven. You know what I mean. Alright, so we got a little extra dough here. So we're just going to see which ones look like they could use just a smidgen more. The mess continues to be a thing. Ideally, you want these to be as even as possible so that they'll cook roughly the same. Again, you just do the best you can. No big deal. It's just cake. I feel like whenever I do this sort of thing, as I get closer and closer to the end, I'm like, oh, I can see that this one needs more. Oh no, this one needs more. Oh no, now I don't have enough dough. Ah! Like, almost without fail. And I feel like I've brought up young people a lot, but this is another great time for the young people to help out because they will, you know, lick all the inside of the bowl and eat the remainder of that delicious yumminess, and then, you know, less to clean. Hey, nice. So it's my house, so I get to do it. It's pretty tasty, actually. I like that a lot. Okay, I'll do more of that in private. But now, you might want to clean this up a little bit because all this stuff that's outside of the cups will burn on top of the pan. So, if you're able, just kind of... Again, these are cakes I'm making in the privacy of my own home for my own consumption. I suppose if you were making these for friends, you would not put your hands in your mouth and then put them back near the food, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only one who gets to eat these, so I do what I want. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell I'm going a little stir crazy here at the stay-at-home times, but it's fine. Everything's fine. They're going in the oven for 22 minutes. Safety first. Let's put these in the oven. Here we go. Don't those look nice already? Alright, watch your legs, watch your hands, watch your cat suit. Now, do not be tempted to open that and look at them. Nope, you leave them alone. 22 minutes, I guess, end time. Start. Alright, those cupcakes are in the oven, and while we wait, we're gonna make the icing. So first things first, I've got my 2 tablespoons of margarine here, which we actually need to melt. So let's do that. I'm always tempted to lick the inside of the wrapper. I should not do that, it's gonna be gross. Not gonna do it, not gonna do it. But if you had a pan that you needed lightly oiled for some, that's the good stuff for lightly oiling. So let's see if I can do this successfully. I'm playing a dangerous game over here. Yeah, I think that's melty enough. 1/2 cup of our confectioner's sugar. This confectioner's sugar is a little bit clumpy. I'm trying to break up some of those clumps as I get it in the thing here. If you did get to share this with someone else, they'd be very impressed that you made your own icing. That is for sure. And there, okay, I think one more spoonful will get us where we need to go. Oh, just, and that guy, that giant brick of sugar, put that in there. So just this little bag of confectioner's sugar is lasting me a good long while. It's a little nice investment on that. Let's get that in our bowl. Yeah, first comes the sugar. Tink, tink. It's in giant lumps. Go ahead and knock those out. So eventually we're going to want a nice smooth icing. And now we'll put in our cinnamon. I need a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. One. But I need a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'll put in 2. Now we add the 2 tablespoons of margarine that we have melted. That goes right in there. And then we put in, a mere tablespoon of the soy milk. That goes right in there. And we need the vanilla extract, a 1/2 teaspoon. It's everywhere. 1, 2. Okay, so all this we're just gonna stir with a fork, not a spoon. Get out of there, spoon. Your services are no longer necessary. And we just mix it all together with our trusty fork. And it's It's gonna turn a nice brown color. So according to this here cookbook, it will turn honey brown. If it's glistening a lot or looks too liquid, add more confectioner's sugar. But I don't think that is an issue that we are having today. No siree, friends, no siree. I'm just gonna try to mush out some of those sugar lumps. Not that they're bad or anything, like, it's kind of no big deal. But I think a smooth icing makes for a little bit more satisfying cupcake, perhaps. But you know, you do you. They're your cupcakes. You do what you like. And then this can just sit until our cupcakes are ready. And we've got, I don't know, another 10 or so minutes or something. So hang tight, everyone. We'll come back when the cupcakes are done. Yeah. Okay. It's been about 22 minutes. The timer has gone off. So now we're going to open up the oven and see how they look. Oh yeah, baby! Look at that. They look pretty good to me. I want to stick a toothpick in them, which is not part of the recipe. It's just a thing I'm going to do. Oh yeah, came out nice and clean, which means they're cooked. Nice. Excellent. Okay, so now we gotta let them cool. If we try to ice them now, the icing will just melt, and that's not what we're going for over here. The recipe says we're supposed to put it on a wire rack because right now they're still kind of, the pan is so hot, they're still actually cooking in there, and we want to stop cooking. I don't know that I've ever actually followed this step, however, but we're gonna give it a shot. What's the best way to get these out? You ask, as do I. I'm not sure. Let's try a chopstick. Put on a nice safety mitt again and see if I can just nuzzle my way underneath and get this bad boy out of there. Whoop! Hot, 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 hot. Okay, that seemed to work. I guess I don't need this. So just be very careful, because yeah, these puppies are hot. Piping hot. Nope, destroyed that one. My bad. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let me try 2 chopsticks. What could go wrong? Maybe I'll just let them sit in here. Maybe this is a failed effort. How do other people do this? Alright, they're just gonna cool in there. It'll be fine. Whatever. Okie dokie, friends. Our cupcakes have cooled. It's been about an hour that we've let them just sit quietly. Not gonna lie, I did not whip this delicious icing into the beautiful whipped masterpiece that it is. My good buddy Tom S. Edison took on that for us. But if you don't whip it to this consistency, it's fine. It's still delicious. I know that for a fact. But if you do whip it to this consistency, it's super fancy. So let's go ahead and ice some cupcakes, shall we? So I'm just gonna... This is the laziest icing in the history of lazy icings, because I'm just gonna dollop this on top. I'm not making it look fancy. I just want icing on every single cupcake. Now, you'll notice that some of these kind of inflated in cooking and then have sort of developed a canyon, if you will, in the middle. I think that's a perfect spot to dollop that icing. Now, if you have this cookbook, you know that in there it specifically says you should put this icing into like a pastry bag or a plastic bag and then cut out the corner, and then you can full on like squeeze the bag and like do real icing things. I'm just lazy, really, frankly, is what it's all about. So I'm just gonna get as much of this icing on a spoon and then on each one of these as possible. If you do this too early and the cupcakes are still super hot, then that icing will melt pretty much on contact, and it's just not as delicious, frankly. So then you can use your spoon to smoosh it around, get some nice coverage on there. Ooh, we're just barely gonna have enough, I think, for each one of these delicious, delicate dum-dums. I lost the alliteration, that's on me. I gotta just get off of this fork. Oh, fuck, that's good. Let's Getting the very last bit of it. I want it all. Oh man, the cinnamon comes through really nicely in that icing. As I'm sure you remember, we barely used any at all, it seems like, but it's super sweet and a little bit spicy in the way that cinnamon is spicy. Okay. So moment of truth. Let us see how we did. I'm gonna grab this cupcake closest to me. Whoop, come here, cupcake, come here. Let us peel away this paper layer. Look at that. Oh, it looks so moist. I know some people don't like that word, but I'm using it because I feel it's appropriate. It's got a nice crispy on top here. Not crispy, but I think you know what I mean. And then very, very spongy across the bottom there. Ooh. I can't wait. I can't wait. Mmm. Look at that cakey inside. Wow. That came out really nice. It's a little bit hearty. It's a little bit savory even because of that pumpkin, right? But the chocolate is there. Oh. That cinnamon icing is so good. Friends, I hope you give this a try. That cookbook is really excellent. If you don't have it in your repertoire already, strong recommend, worth every penny. Because cupcakes are delicious all the time. So everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of someone else, keep washing your hands, and live your best life. We'll see you next time. Bye!